And as soon as I looked at the door after that, these niggas bust in the room.
Oh my God!
What's going on, people? Y'all seeing me at a different angle. This is a story time. Listen, just buckle up, because you've seen the title already, so you know what it is. Being a wingman, you gotta know the situation, play the situation right. Let's get straight into it. Last year, one of my boys who I knew from high school ended up getting out the army. He ended up moving to the same city as me. We ended up having an Airbnb in the heart of downtown Orlando. We ended up staying at this building, this high rise, which is called 55 West. So it was a good stay, not gonna lie, right in the heart. So we went to room 22 that night and it was lit. I got 2 numbers accidentally because apparently some females actually like big niggas. We end up leaving. See, they have 2 elevators. You have one going through the front lobby, through the main lobby, and then you have another one that's like, it's this little hallway and it's on the left side of it. We go in there and it's a bunch of bad females that walk in after us, and they lit. So we lit, they lit, we waiting on the elevators to come. I was like, yo, period, poo. And they was like, yeah, it's on period, da, 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 da. I was just entertaining them. So my boy got in on it. We start talking shit. Now we're talking shit. So this went from an interjection to talking shit, just mad funny. So 2 elevators came, because they pressed the button, we pressed the button. Basically, I was talking shit to them. So when they got in their elevator, I did a quick hand swipe and lit all the floors up. So we got to our floor, and it came to my mind, yo, what if we beat them to their floor? We got back on our elevator and we shot up to their floor. We get there like literally seconds before they get. The door opens up and we see them come off and they see us. So it's screaming in the hallway. Mind you, it's like 3-4 o'clock in the morning and it's screaming in the hallway. Mind you, it was like at least 7 of them. It's only 2 of us. And they like, yeah, fuck you, and nah, nah, nah. I was like, yeah, come get this ass whooping. So my boy ended up picking up one of the girls. So the girl he ended up picking up, she ended up getting on his bag. He carried her to the door. He ended up getting her number. Day after that, I'm at work. I'm getting off of work in about an hour. My boy calls me, say, yo, nigga, hurry up, get the fuck off of work, get back to the B&B, shower. Old girl called me. She said she want a pregame. So I said, get off of work, head straight back to 55 West, and I got this little travel bag. I'll show y'all. So I got this little travel bag right here, and I threw in a couple of my body oils, 2 colognes, and that was about it. This bag just smelled like nothing but colognes and oils. The chick he ended up talking to, she was dark skinned. Her friend, she was kind of brown skinned. So we get there, we get in the crib. You know, they drinking whatever. I don't drink, but I'm just Tevin. I'm always lit just off the energy, just off the strength. And at the time, like I said, we was moving. So he had his truck, but a couple of things of ours was still in the truck. So they was like, oh yeah, it's no problem. Leave your stuff here. Okay, shit, we gonna ride together then. So we went out that night, and mind you, like I said, he was talking to the girl who he got her number. He was talking to her. That was his joint. So me, I'm the wingman. I got the friend. I'm with the shit. I'm entertaining the friend while he entertaining her. Club that we went to was same club, room 22. They started playing some Caribbean music. I think it was Everyone Falls in Love. The girl I was entertaining, me and her was having a conversation, but I peeped that she was feeling my boy more. I'm like, all right. So I had walked away. So I went to the bartender and I ended up getting old girl another drink. Now the thing is, with having a good face in the bar, I didn't have to pay anything. I just say, yo, get her whatever she want, and he gave it to her. And that was on my face. So it was just like, well, why? Not on my face, but you know, just off my face.
Oh, no.
Just like, yo, these people know me. So she gets another drink and they playing these songs, and then there's a chair by the bar, there's a stool by the bar, and she starts whining on it. So at first, my boy danced with her, and I was just like,
something alright? Something alright, yeah.
I just knew he couldn't handle it. And me and old girl was laughing. So he came back and he was like, go handle her, nigga, go handle. So I was like, say less. So I went, I put the waistline on. And yeah, bro. We was slow whining, ticking and talking, and there was some touching, and she was looking back with the sexy eyes and the lip biting, and I was grabbing waist and titties. It was a great night. You understand? We ended up leaving the club and she was hungry. So this was like strike number 1. Wasn't my play, it was his play. I would have helped if niggas wanted to just get some like pizza or shit like that. But he was so hesitant. Watch who you roll with, because they could fumble the ball for you. These are the niggas that tackle their own teammate. So she went, she got food for herself, and then she said, I'll buy the food for myself and you just pay me back. That's what she just said out loud. And he said, okay, all right, go ahead. Now, I don't know if she said it out of sarcasm or whatever, but he agreed to it. That was his word. The next day came around, he didn't send her the money. And she told him that she wasn't going to talk to him unless he sent her the money.
Now, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
So we went over there to go get our stuff the next day. I confronted her. I was like, all right, how much was it? And I'll give it to you. So she's like, okay, whatever. So now the chick who we got the number to, dark skinned chick, now she on my body. Now we in conversation. Most people know about me. My conversation skills are great. And that shit gonna make sense. Go watch my video where I said I had a confession. You'll understand why. Me and her got into a really deep conversation. I'm talking about, we was talking about life, yada yada, just everything like that. So I got her attention. So my boy was entertaining the girl that really wanted him. So I was like, you kind of hungry? Like, yo, we go get something to eat. So me, she was like, all right, cool. So I took his truck. And what I did was, as a man, I made sure everybody ate. So I made sure he got food, other old girl got food, and the girl, I was talking to, she got food, and I got me a little something. So everybody got their food. I came back and I gave it to them, and me and her kicked up our conversation still, And when I took her, I opened the door for her. I snapped on her when she tried to touch a door handle. I definitely made sure she wasn't trying to pay for shit. She wasn't trying to touch no handles, nothing like that. I basically did a little courting situation. So we get back, we go across the street to Wawa, we get the food, and we come back. Now we on the couch consuming our food, and we still having our conversation. Respectfully, we eating, so there's a little pauses and stuff like that, but we still having a conversation. Now the conversation is so deep. Now he's on the floor with shorty. Their conversation is lame. Their conversation was so lame that old girl was paying attention to my conversation I was having with her friend. This is the most annoying shit ever. When you got yours, pay attention to yours, entertain yours, because what's mine is mine. So in my head, I'm just enjoying the conversation. I'm gonna see where it goes. So these two jackass kids get in the floor in front of us and sit on there, lay on their stomachs, put their hands on their, and they're looking at us, and they're like, this conversation is interesting. Like, damn, it's deep. I don't even know what's really going on, but it's just a deep conversation. She looks at them, and I look at them, and we look at each other. We start laughing. And then she asked me, actually, you want to go in the room? Do I? Yeah, the fuck yeah. Let's go in your room. Let's talk. So we go in her room. I close the door behind me, and I sit on the chair that she has in front of her mirror. And she gets on the bed, and she was like, nah, you can come closer. Sit on the bed. Cool. Matter of fact, this is the gym. So when I got close to her, I sat towards the foot of the bed while she was laying, she was sitting up on the bed. I was talking to her, and what I did purposely was I made sure that I started talking in a lower tone. Like, not just like a deeper tone, but my volume got really low. I was setting the mood. We continued our deep conversation, and I got closer to her. I didn't start to inch. What I did was, as we were engaged in our conversation, I just kind of moved myself towards where her feet were. As she was talking, what I did took her by surprise, and it kind of took her breath away, but had her continue talking. So I went to where her feet were, and I just simply lifted up both of her feet, and I put them on my lap. Now, when I put them on my lap, I didn't get touchy-feely at all. My niggas out there, listen, consent is key. Timing, patience is key. Let me tell you where the ball got fumbled at. I put her feet across my thighs, and I'm talking to her, and I'm not leaning over her feet. I'm kind of just hand back, talking to her, looking at her in her eyes, and we just making that conversation. So what I did at first was I took my hand and I put it on her ankle. I didn't do anything. I didn't move it around. I didn't rub her ankle, nothing. I just placed it on her, right where her ankle was. Now, I was just chilling. Now, let me tell you where the ball gets fumbled. Fuck! So when I did that, literally probably a minute later, she kind of sat up closer. So her feet are extended across me, but she's kind of hunched in. So I leaned more to where she was. So we're kind of closer, and we're still having a conversation. Now, I know, and I've been listening the entire time, that these two jackasses outside the door have been kind of being childish and listening to the conversation that we're having. At one point, the conversation got really spicy because we started talking sex, but we weren't talking sex. We were just kind of talking foreplay-ish, you know, and just we weren't too much on the conversation like, yeah, I like to hit it from the back, and she was like, yeah, I like to take it. It was more like, you know, just kind of like, yo, this and this and these are turn-ons, not like directly but indirect turn-ons and stuff like that. She had pointed out at literally 2 seconds before shit turns left, she pointed out that a good conversation, because she's a sapiosexual just like myself, a good conversation turns her on.
I never knew.
So that was the biggest hint to
Think I'm cute, she wanna have sex.
I made sure my wallet was in my pocket because I always kept a Mr. Magnum handy dandy. I looked at the door, and as soon as I looked at the door after that, these niggas bust in the room.
Oh my God! Wow! Oh my God!
Her body language said it. Her feet fell down to the floor, and she automatically put her back on the headboard. If she was wet, it was now desert land between those legs, people. Came in there with the fuck shit. She definitely put niggas on the block list.
Me have couple, I'm a friend. A top scam, a grab card. What make you think we got sad?